into my video guide on how to trim your dog's nails. This is my Beagle Molly, and she's going to help me demonstrate this for you today. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have the right supplies. So you're going to want your nail clippers, which I have here. I use these scissor style clippers. You can also get guillotine style clippers, but I prefer these ones. And I have a small set for Molly, and then I have a larger set because I also have a 75-pound Labrador Retriever. So I use different sizes for different dogs. And of course, if you have multiple pets, you're gonna need to do that as well. You could also use a Dremel tool to trim your dog's nails. Now, what this is an electric tool. This is our cat Bob, by the way. This is an electric tool. It has a file head on it, and when you turn on, that file head spins, and it just shaves the nail down really slowly. So if your dog has an aversion to their nails being clipped, you can try the Dremel tool. The Dremel tool works good. My dogs are used to it. I don't prefer this one just because it's a much slower process to just file that nail down as opposed to quickly clipping it. But you could use a Dremel tool if you choose. And I also recommend having some styptic powder. You can buy this at any pet supply store. You could also use cornstarch if you don't have any styptic powder or can't find any in your area. Cornstarch works just as well. And the reason I tell you to have a little bit of that on hand is if you clip the nail a little bit too short, it's going to bleed. There is a nerve in the nail, it's called the quick. And when you clip the end of that nerve, it bleeds quite a bit. So you're going to want something to control that bleeding, to help to stop the bleeding, and that's why you have styptic powder on the hand. Hopefully you don't have to use it, but if you do, you have it handy. Molly's hanging out here on the couch. She's relaxed. She's tired. We've been playing. I try to clip my dog's nails when they're relaxed and don't have a lot of energy so that they're more apt to sit still for the entire period. If you want to see some more tips on how to make your pet comfortable with being groomed, you can check out this video guide where I share some tips about making your dog comfortable with paw handling, different products that I use to entertain my dogs during grooming, and when and how you should start getting your pet used to being groomed. So make sure your dog is calm and comfortable. Like I mentioned, try to tire them out first. So if your dog is into playing fetch or tug, try to play a game first and get them, get all that energy out. Like I said, I use clippers. So here are the clippers that I use for Molly. You can tell she's had her nails groomed before. She has no problem with me touching her paws. She actually likes it, and she's used to the clippers. I do have some information on our website. If you click the link below this video, you can check that out on how to kind of start from scratch with either a puppy or an adult dog that's never had their nails clipped before. So we do have a guide on that as well if you're having some trouble with your dog. But what you want to do, you're going to trim just the tip of the nail. So you can see Molly's nails here. They're grown out a little bit. I've been waiting to trim them for this video. So what you want to do is get the nail and you just want to take that tip off. We're not talking about cutting them way up here short. Just the tip is all you want to take off. This will avoid cutting that quick that I was talking about. The quick does recede after a few days, so if your dog's nails are really long, you can clip a little piece now and then keep clipping away small pieces once a week until they're the right length. So I'm going to take my clippers here. They do have a guide on the back, and that guide is handy, so it prevents you from being able to stick the nail all the way through and clipping off a big chunk. But again, if your dog's nails are really long, you want to just make sure that you're only taking a little bit off the end. So that's the piece that I just clipped off Molly's nail. It's just a tiny little bit. You're taking that little bit off the end, and then if your dog's nails are still too long, you can go back in a few days once that quick has had some time to recede and cut a little bit more off each nail until you get them to the right length. If you don't know what the right length is, just keep watching. I will get to that in a minute. But for right now, I want to talk about the nails themselves. So Molly's nails are black. It's really difficult to be able to tell exactly where the quick is. If your dog does have white nails, I would recommend having a flashlight or your cell phone. Everybody's cell phone has a flashlight on it nowadays. So just turn your flashlight on and you just want to shine it up to your dog's nails, and you'll be able to see through those translucent nails to the quick, and you'll know where you can cut and where you should stop as far as the length of what you're clipping off. Black nails are definitely a bit more of a challenge, so I'm gonna try to show you on Molly if you can flip your dog's nails over, and I'll see if Molly will go over enough for us so that you can see. So on the nail underneath, you can see this triangle shape. There's a triangle shape under here, and if you can examine the underside, you'll see this solid tubular shape. It begins to taper into a hollow triangle point toward the tip, where you'll see these two outer walls. If you click the link below this video, you can see a close-up photo of Molly's nails because she's not being super helpful right now, but you can see kind of the white edges here on Molly's nails, and that's what I'm talking about. It hollows out close to the tip, and then you can see that's the area you want to trim, and then it can be filed down a little bit further to take care of any ragged edges if that's the case, especially trying to do it upside down. That can get a little bit tricky. But you can just easily snip that end off like that. If your dog will allow you to do that, you can also ask another person to help you either hold your dog or try and hold that paw, you know, in the right way so that you can see underneath. Molly is really great about letting me clip her nails, as you can tell. If you watch some of my other videos, we have another medium-sized breed mixed dog. His name is Joey, and he is not good at all about letting me cut his nails. In fact, he hates it. He will not stand still. He squirms, he wiggles, he tries to get away. And if you have a dog like that, I also have a video for you. In that video, I demonstrate how I cut Joey's nails. He tries to run away as soon as I get the clippers out. So they make harnesses for dogs that allow you to hang your pet up in a closet or a doorway. And this is what I do with Joey. I hang him in a doorway, and that allows me to clip his nails. And that probably sounds strange and bizarre, but it works really well. Your dog can't get away, and you can get the nails trimmed safely without having to spend the money on a professional groomer. And finally, as I promised, you want to know the right length to clip your dog's nails. I get asked this question quite often. People want to know how short they should go. Obviously, you don't want to cut the quick, but as I said, that quick recedes, and you want to keep trimming your dog's nails until they don't touch the ground when your dog's standing on a firm level surface. So this means you shouldn't hear any click-clacking when your dog's walking around on a hard floor. That seems simple enough, but you know, as I said, if you don't trim your dog's nails on a regular basis, it could take you months to get to that point. Think about it, it's taking your dog's nails months to grow out to that point, so it's gonna take months to get them slowly, gradually trimmed back to that point as well. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to email me anytime. Thanks for watching this video guide.